Welcome back to F1 Blogs, everybody. Today we're going to do a deep dive into the journey of Red Bull Racing's newest recruit, Liam Lawson.
Very exciting stuff.
We're lucky enough to be using excerpts from a recent interview he gave.
Yep, in his own words.
So let's go all the way back to the beginning.
Okay.
When Liam was 7 years old, he started racing go-karts.
All right.
But get this fluffy seat.
Oh, wow.
Rainbow steering wheel.
Aha. That's amazing.
Not exactly what you picture for a future Formula One driver.
It's true. It's kind of nice to know that even Formula One drivers don't start with the best equipment.
Yeah. Passion and determination can get you there.
Absolutely, yeah.
And speaking of determination, Liam's dad was also his mechanic, and initially didn't think Liam was very good at driving because he was always coming last.
Oh, tough.
Imagine being a kid wanting to go fast
Yeah.
and your go-kart's just not letting you.
Just can't do it.
I mean, that must be so frustrating.
Yeah.
But Liam persistently encouraged his dad to get him better engines.
Good for him. I like that.
And once he got the better engines, his performance totally changed.
Oh, wow.
So sometimes the right tools can make all the difference.
It really can. And this just shows, like we said, the importance of support as well.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Liam's dad didn't see it at first, but eventually he came around.
Yeah, I was willing to provide the resources he needed to really succeed.
Exactly.
Now, fast forward to 2019.
Okay.
This is where things get really exciting. Liam signs with the Red Bull Junior team.
Massive.
This is a huge stepping stone for any aspiring driver.
Oh, yeah. It's the dream for a lot of them.
Yeah, they're known for being extremely competitive.
Yeah.
And also for having produced some of the biggest names in the sport.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing. Liam got noticed by Red Bull scouts because of one single overtake that he did during the Toyota Racing Series in New Zealand.
Really?
One move.
One move. Wow.
And it changed his life.
Yeah. That's incredible.
I mean, it makes you wonder how many other drivers are out there.
Right.
Just waiting for their moment.
Yep. Just got to seize it, though.
And Liam definitely knows how to seize a moment.
He does, yeah.
We've noticed this really interesting pattern with him.
Okay.
He tends to win on his very first race in pretty much every series he enters.
What?
From Formula 4 all the way to Super Formula.
No way. That's got to be more than luck.
Yeah, I don't think it's just luck.
There's something else going on there.
It really shows his ability to adapt to new cars, new environments.
Yeah.
Not to mention the pressure of a debut race.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of drivers would crumble under that.
But he seems to just thrive in those situations.
Which you need in Formula One.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need that.
Now, speaking of F1, Liam's actually already driven the Red Bull car.
Oh, nice.
And he describes it as quick but hard to drive.
I wonder what he means by that.
Well, he goes on to explain that the car has extremely aggressive front-end grip.
Okay.
Which can cause very unstable rear end.
Ooh.
Tricky.
If you're not really careful.
Show no margin for error.
And, of course, in Formula One, losing the rear end to high speed is not what you want.
No, not at all.
He actually compared it to playing a video game with a super sensitive cursor.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
Yeah, so you need incredible precision and reflexes.
It makes you appreciate the skill even more.
Totally.
Like for us, you know, we're watching on TV.
Yeah.
But to actually be in control of that thing.
It's a completely different beast.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now imagine stepping into that environment as a teammate to Max Verstappen.
Oh, wow.
Talk about pressure.
The reigning world champion.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's got to be tough.
It's interesting because Liam actually acknowledges that pressure.
Right.
But he's also really excited about being able to access Verstappen's data and seeing his driving style.
Of course.
You know, you're literally learning from the best.
You can't buy that.
Yeah.
That's an amazing opportunity.
Now, before we keep going with Liam's journey, I wanted to take a quick detour. Talk about something that everyone always seems to be really curious about.
Oh, let's hear it.
The F1 Drivers' Dinner in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, yeah, the one where they all get together.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's kind of shrouded in secrecy.
Right. We don't really know what happens there.
I've always wondered what goes on.
Well, Liam actually gave us a pretty funny story about it.
Oh, okay.
He, Yuki Tsunoda, and George Russell were all there.
Okay.
And they were trying to save a seat for George next to Verstappen.
Oh, that's funny.
You know, thinking it would be a funny joke.
Yeah.
But when George got there,
Yeah.
he totally ignored them
Oh, no way.
and went to sit somewhere else.
Awkward.
Can you imagine?
That's hilarious. It makes him seem a lot more human.
Right.
You know?
It's not just this serious,
Exactly.
you know, competitive.
They like to have fun as well.
Right.
It's nice to see.
Now, before we get to the next chapter in Liam's story, I think it's really important to acknowledge the tough times that he went through.
Oh, for sure.
where he wasn't even sure if he would ever make it to Formula One.
Yeah,
It wasn't all smooth sailing for him.
definitely not.
He talks about finishing his F2 season and feeling really lost
Oh, right.
because there wasn't really a clear path to F1 at that point.
So what do you do?
And realizing that just because you get to F2
Doesn't mean.
doesn't mean you're going to make it to the top.
Yeah, I imagine that's tough, especially when you've dedicated your whole life to it.
He even said that at one point during a particularly rough F2 season,
Yeah.
Red Bull signed another driver,
Oh, no.
and he was thinking, okay, this might be it.
Like, this is as far as I'm going to go.
Yeah, it shows real strength that he didn't just give up at that point.
Absolutely. Kept his head up.
Yeah, kept believing in himself.
And it paid off.
But before we talk about that incredible comeback, let's take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors.
We'll be right back with more of Liam Lawson's journey, only on F1 Blogs. Welcome back to F1 Blogs and our deep dive into Liam Lawson.
So when we left off, Liam was facing some serious doubts about his future in F1.
Right.
But he didn't let that stop him. He decided to head over to Japan and race in Super Formula.
Now, Super Formula, that's a tough series.
It's no joke.
Really fast cars, challenging circuits.
And remember how we were talking about Liam's habit of winning on debut?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? He did it again in Japan.
Wow, really?
He won his first Super Formula race.
That's incredible.
And it gets even better.
Okay.
This was at Fuji Speedway,
Right.
a track he had never driven before.
Oh, wow.
And to make things even harder, all the practice sessions got rained out.
Oh, no.
So he had very limited track time before having to qualify and race.
Talk about pressure.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But he managed to qualify third and then went on to win the whole race.
That's insane. It really shows his adaptability.
Yeah, being able to handle a new car, unfamiliar track, and all that pressure, it's impressive.
It speaks volumes.
Okay, let's take a little break from the serious stuff for a minute and talk about something a bit more fun.
Let's hear it.
The Pit Stop Fastest Lap Challenge.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that simulator challenge.
Yeah, where even the most experienced F1 drivers can get humbled.
Right. They make it look easy, but it's not.
Well, Liam got roped into doing it during his interview with F1 Blogs.
Oh, nice.
But they decided to make things a little more interesting.
Okay. How so?
They gave him a few gifts beforehand.
Gifts for the challenge.
Yeah, they presented him with a copy of Learn to Drive in 10 Easy Stages.
Haha, that's great.
And wait for it, Lightning McQueen Crocs.
Oh, no way. I can't believe that.
But he put on those Crocs, hopped in the simulator, and you know what?
That happened.
He crushed it.
Really?
He's had an amazing time, ended up at the top of the leaderboard.
Wow, he beat the F1 drivers.
He beat some of them, yeah.
That's maybe those Crocs are the secret.
Maybe they are. Who knows?
That's hilarious. It's good to see him having fun with it.
Right. It's a reminder that even though F1 is serious business, it's important to enjoy yourself.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's get back to Liam's journey and talk about what it's like to be a part of the world of F1 drivers.
Okay, the inner circle.
He actually gave some insight into something I think a lot of fans are curious about.
Oh, yeah, what is it?
The F1 drivers WhatsApp group.
You mean there's really a group chat?
Apparently so.
I wonder what they talk about in there.
Well, Liam said it's actually more work-related than you might think.
Really?
Yeah, mostly logistics, scheduling, important updates, that kind of thing.
Oh, so it's not all just jokes and banter.
He did admit to being terrible at replying to messages, though.
Uh-huh. Maybe he's just trying to stay out of trouble.
But here's something I found really interesting.
Okay, tell me.
Apparently, George Russell is the moderator of the group.
George Russell. That's unexpected.
I know, right? It seems like he's the one keeping everyone in line, making sure the conversations stay focused.
Well, someone has to do it.
It's just funny to picture him being the responsible one.
Yeah, I know. You don't really think of him like that.
Okay, before we wrap things up, we have to talk about what the future holds for Liam at Red Bull Racing.
Yeah, that's the big question.
It's one of the most coveted seats in Formula One.
It comes with a lot of pressure.
Absolutely, especially being teammates with Max Verstappen.
It's a huge opportunity, but also a massive challenge.
Liam knows that, but he seems genuinely excited about it.
Good. He should be. It's a chance to learn from the best.
And who knows, maybe in a few years we'll be talking about a Lawson-Verstappen rivalry for the championship.
Now, that would be something to see. Two incredible drivers going head-to-head.
That's right, so there you have it. Liam Lawson's journey from go-karts with rainbow steering wheels to a Formula One driver on the cusp of greatness.
It's been an amazing journey so far.
It really has, and it's just the beginning.
Exactly. We're all excited to see what he does next.
But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's take one more quick break to hear from our sponsors.
We'll be right back with the final part of our Liam Lawson deep dive, only on F1 Blogs.
And we're back for the final part of our deep dive into the journey of Liam Lawson.
From those humble beginnings to the top tier of motorsport.
As we've seen, it wasn't always easy for him.
Definitely not a straightforward path.
But he never gave up on his passion. And look where he is now.
Yeah, it's really inspiring.
And now he's facing a whole new set of challenges.
Driving for Red Bull.
That's a whole other level.
It is. It's one of the most demanding teams in F1.
And the expectations are sky high.
Absolutely. You're expected to perform from day one.
And of course, he'll be teammates with Max Verstappen,
the reigning world champion.
Talk about pressure.
It's immense, but it's also an incredible opportunity.
Yeah, to learn from the very best.
Exactly. Not many drivers get that chance.
And Liam seems to understand that. He recognizes the challenge, but he's also excited about it.
That's the right attitude to have.
Embracing the pressure, using it as motivation.
It's what separates the good drivers from the great ones.
And who knows? Maybe we'll see a Lawson-Verstappen battle for the championship in the future.
Now that would be something special.
Two incredibly talented drivers pushing each other to the limit.
Formula One at its finest.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Liam Lawson's journey, one thing is clear.
His story is just getting started.
This is just the beginning of an exciting new chapter.
We'll be watching closely to see what he accomplishes next.
And we hope you'll join us for the ride. That's all for today's deep dive. Make sure you subscribe to F1 Blogs for more insights into the world of Formula One. Thanks for watching.